Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanne and I'm a law student from Melbourne, Australia, and I want to talk about Bruce Lehrmann again. Bruce Lehrmann, yes, just when you thought it was safe to come onto the internet, here he is again. He was back in court today facing two charges in the criminal court in Queensland. So a couple of things that were very interesting today. The court was closed for a period of time while the complainant testified. It was for her privacy. She didn't want everybody to know that she was the one that was made the charges against him. And Bruce Lehrmann was actually in the court. Other was granted was that he was placed inside while he could stay in the courtroom, that the person could not see him while giving evidence. I would imagine it would be very disconcerting giving evidence with the alleged perpetrator there. But this is the ABC's covering of it today. So he was in the Toowoomba Magistrates Court today. Now, for a guy with no money, he was represented by some top-notch people, which I find to be fascinating. So he will make next month. His lawyers will make a no-cost-to-answer application on the charges of 2 counts of R. Okay. It follows the committal hearing today, where the complainant in the case was cross-examined in a closed court. So as I said, it was closed because of for her privacy. Had nothing to do with him. Just I know that a lot of people were very angry today that it was a closed court, but it was closed. The media did actually try to get permission to do it. There was an application made and it was rejected. So it was later revealed in court that the Crown had an additional statement from the complainant dated today's date, which was tendered in court. Now this is 2 counts of R, which allegedly to have happened in Toowoomba in October 2021. So because of the fact it was held in closed court, there's very little known publicly about the complaints. However, his barrister, a KC, and they're not cheap either, told the court when it reopened that the defence would make submissions in respect of the sufficiency of the evidence to place my client on trial. Mr. Provided a 12-page outline of submissions to the court, an oral submission that there was no case to answer from Mr. Lehrmann is expected when court resumes on July 4th. It means they're expected to ask the court for the charges to be dropped. Mr. Lehrmann will be excused from attending personally in court on the next occasion and will be able to appear via video link from his interstate base. During the hearing, he sat with his solicitor, while his 2 barristers, a KC and another barrister, were at the bar table. All that was happening, he flicked through his mobile phone, typed messages, as well as perused court documents during the hearing. He arrived in court early to immediately go outside, and it was the first time he'd appeared since it was first mentioned in 2023. As he walked through the media scum, reporters heard Mr. Lehrmann say, "Where's Peter Costello when you need him?" And he was referencing the Federal Treasurer and Chairman of Nine Entertainment, who had pushed a journalist at the Canberra airport earlier this month, from which Mr. Costello had stepped down from. In addition to cross-examination of the complainant in the matter, the Crown prosecutor handed up more than a dozen witness statements, which included several from the complainant and from police officers investigating the case. Mr. Lehrmann was charged in relation to the Toowoomba allegations. And today, the prosecutor asked during the evidence Mr. Lehrmann be obscured from the woman's view, and that was granted, as I said. Earlier, the magistrate refused an application from barrister Jess Goldie, representing media organisations, to be permitted to remain in the courtroom for the complainant's evidence or to observe from another location. The court was told that the complainant opposed having media in the courtroom while she testified. She wishes for her privacy to be maintained. She's not supportive of having the media remain in the courtroom to be linked or via means. Magistrate said whilst he accepted the principle of open justice and acknowledged the high public interest in the case, he was not persuaded to rule for the media to be allowed in the court or to hear the evidence. He said the matter should proceed in an ordinary way in closed court, and he dismissed the application. So he closed the court at 10:30 for the evidence. The court had earlier told the Crown there was an application for special measures to be implemented during the complainant's evidence, which was not opposed. And as I said, Mr. Lehrmann was placed so she couldn't see him. The magistrate said that Mr. Lehrmann could sit in the body of the court, and the case is adjourned till July 4th for oral submissions on no case to answer, and he had no comment. So this is the Crown prosecutor, and this is Mr. Lehrmann and his lawyer. I do like the fact the magistrate has kept the anonymity of the complainant, because that protects her. We don't know what she does, who she is, what she does. She could be, and that she was able to give evidence without her seeing him, which I think again was really good. So now we just have to let the system do its thing, the court system do its thing, and see where this leads. But remember, he's already got a civil. He's up for millions of dollars for a civil. I don't know how he's been able to afford a KC because they're very expensive. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, July 4th, he'll be back in court, and we'll see whether there is a case to answer. That's up to the magistrates to decide. That's where we are for that. Tell me what you think about everything in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.